Don't move a muscle. Nah, I'm just kidding. Today on Untapped, we're talking about one of the newcomers, and I swear this will be my last video on Lost Caverns of Ixalan and Jurassic Park stuff. I promise, hopefully. Today we're talking about Ellie and Alan, paleontologists. For those of you who don't know, they are a BANT, 2 generic, so green, white, blue, 2 generic, human scientist, legendary creature, 2/5, that says tap, exile a creature card from a graveyard, discover X, where X is the mana value of exiled card, activate only as a sorcery. Minus the activating only as a sorcery as a balance thing that just kind of makes the card suck a little bit more. This card's actually kind of disgusting. Currently, the major combos with it are Retriever, Chakram Retriever, and Mesmeric Orb, in that you tap, untap, tap, untap, exile cards from your graveyard, creature cards from your graveyard, keep discovering. For those of you who don't know, what is Discover? Discover is a lot like Cascade in that you rip the top of your library. If it has a mana value less than whatever you're discovering for, you cast it. Why is that important? Because Discover's not fixed at the time of recording, this lets you get stuff like, I don't know, the green adventure card that makes your lands tap for triple their mana. It lets you get the actual enchantment part, not the adventure part. Because Discover's not fixed at current time of filming, so if this changes, I apologize in advance. We can be only so fast. So essentially, you discover something small, you get a bigger effect as a result, and you keep churning through your deck. The simplest way to go about this is just, as I mentioned before, Chakram Retriever, just putting your entire deck and just binning it, and then casting either Thassa's Oracle or Laboratory Maniac, and then just having anything that has you draw, or just pitching things that you can get back from like Rift Sweeper and just keep cycling and cycling. Me personally, I'm still working and seeing if this deck has cEDH legs. I think it does. I think I just need a couple more pieces in terms of like a little bit more knowledge around it. But for the most part, this is actually pretty nasty because you're playing you can either go Super Hate Bear Tribal or Typal, or I actually don't know. Well, I don't know. That probably needs a completely different name now because it's something very different. You can either go full Hate Bears, full value engines, or just really big stuff that you're never going to actively cast and just have to be a complete value engine. So one of the cards I put in my variant is Earthshaker Dragon because it's a 15 drop that just says, oh, hey, discover 15 or less, which is pretty much everything you're going to be having in the deck, unless it's other discover fodder that you're exiling to your commander. So as someone who plays a lot of Cascade, that's really good considering I don't have to cast something that's 16 or 15. I can just get the value off of, hey, I have to discard something big. I just discard that and still get the value off of it as opposed to like actively having to cast it and then waiting for people to counter it or whatever. So I really appreciate that as a Cascade player. And I think Discover is also a really good mechanic as a result. The issue is it's just so strong, especially for all of those who play Pioneer, who are absolutely getting greened a new one by the Quintorius combo, who just says discover, 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 loop their entire deck, win, by giving all the dragons haste, all of the planeswalkers, all the creatures it makes haste. So yeah, that is probably going to be it on this deck. If you have any other ideas, please send them here. I'm really trying to see how far I can push this. This has been BDK, and don't dig up anything I wouldn't dig up. And always remember, they can smell fear. Have a nice night, y'all.